Dennis Lyn Rader was born on March 9, 1945, in Pittsburgh, Kansas, to William and Dorothy Rader. Shortly after Dennis was born, the family moved to Wichita, Kansas, a city historically nicknamed Cowtown because it was located along the old cattle drives from Texas. Wichita was, at the time, a friendly and peaceful place with a population of around 100,000 and an exceptionally low crime rate. The city lay in the heart of the Bible Belt, shaped by a strong evangelical Christian culture, where community and church values influenced daily life. It was a calm, quiet place, though it faced challenges like frequent tornadoes, which could strike without warning. One of the most destructive occurred much later, on April 26, 1991, when a tornado ripped through southeast Wichita, killing 17 people, injuring over 200, and causing millions of dollars in damage. Dennis's father, William, had served in the United States Marines during World War II. After leaving the military, he found work at Kansas Electrical Utility. His mother, Dorothy, worked as a bookkeeper for a local store. Together, they raised Dennis and his siblings in a household that appeared stable and ordinary. Dennis was the eldest child and seemed like a normal, polite boy. He enjoyed reading, comics, and fishing, and at school and in the neighborhood, he appeared cheerful, helpful, and polite. On the surface, he fit in well with other children. But underneath this facade, there was a side to Dennis that nobody could see. From a young age, he developed private obsessions and behaviors that were troubling, secretive, and isolating. As a child, Dennis liked to play games with his younger brother and friends. He often took on roles where he could be caught or restrained, a pattern that reflected a growing interest in control and submission. When not at school, he worked odd jobs at local stores, bagging groceries and stocking shelves, saving money to buy his first car. In his private time, he collected pictures of women from magazines and kept them in a personal collection. While friends and neighbors saw Dennis as polite and hardworking, his private interests were already taking a dark turn. When Dennis reached adolescence, he realized that his interests set him apart from other boys his age. He began to develop fantasies and obsessions in his mind, which he kept secret. Despite this, he pursued hobbies and activities that seemed normal, like reading, church attendance, and fishing. After graduating from Wichita High School in 1963, Dennis briefly attended Kansas Wesleyan University. He received mediocre grades and left after 1 year. In 1966, seeking structure and a career, he joined the United States Air Force. Dennis completed basic and technical training in Texas before being stationed at Brooklyn Air Force Base in Mobile, Alabama. While in the Air Force, he worked as an aerial installer and maintenance specialist. His assignments took him overseas, including tours in Turkey, Greece, South Korea, and Japan. He received recognition for his conduct and skill, including a medal for good conduct, ribbons for marksmanship, and a National Defense Ribbon due to the Vietnam War. His time in the Air Force gave him discipline and structure, and outwardly, he appeared as a model serviceman. Dennis was honorably discharged on August 12, 1970, at the rank of Staff Sergeant. After returning to civilian life, Dennis purchased a house in Park City, Kansas, and began working various jobs. He assembled camping gear for a manufacturer, worked part-time in a grocery store, became a security systems installer for ADT, and eventually served as Park City's dog catcher. In 1970, Dennis met Paula Dietz at the local Lutheran church. They married in 1971 and had 2 children, Kerry and Brian. The family lived in the same home for more than 30 years, giving the appearance of a stable, ordinary household. Rader continued to maintain an outwardly normal life. He earned an associate degree in electrical engineering at Butler County Community College and a bachelor's degree in administration of justice at Wichita State University. He volunteered extensively in the community, serving as a Boy Scout leader and taking leadership roles in his church. To the public, Dennis was polite, hardworking, and respectable, a devoted father, husband, and church member. But behind this ordinary life, his private obsessions were growing. In the early 1970s, Dennis began observing neighbors and tracking routines. He developed a fascination with control and planning, which would eventually escalate into violent crimes. On February 15, 1974, he committed his first known murders. The Otero family, who had recently moved to Wichita from Puerto Rico, became his victims. Over several weeks, Dennis carefully observed their home, noting the comings and goings of each family member. That morning, he entered their house, restrained them, and committed a violent attack that resulted in the deaths of Joseph and Julie Otero, as well as 2 of their children. This marked the beginning of what would become a decades-long series of murders in Wichita. Dennis's next crimes followed a similar pattern of stalking, observation, and careful planning. One early attack involved a young woman and her brother. Dennis broke into their home and restrained them, ultimately killing the woman while her brother survived and alerted authorities. Around this time, he began sending letters to police and media outlets, describing his crimes in cryptic messages. He adopted the moniker BTK, standing for bind, torture, kill, which would become infamous in Wichita and across the country. Throughout the late 1970s and into the 1980s, Dennis committed several more murders. He was careful to leave minimal evidence, sometimes returning to crime scenes to manipulate them or document his actions through photographs. His crimes were planned over weeks or months, highlighting his methodical and calculating nature. Despite these acts, he maintained the appearance of an ordinary life, working, raising his children, volunteering, and participating in church activities. For decades, Dennis successfully concealed his criminal activities from friends, family, and neighbors. Dennis's eventual capture was a result of his own compulsions. In 2005, he contacted authorities asking if a floppy disk could be traced. When police responded that it could not, he sent the disk anyway. Forensic analysis traced the disk to his church, giving investigators a direct lead. On February 25, 2005, Lyn Rader was arrested at his Lutheran congregation, ending more than 30 years of evasion. He pleaded guilty to 10 counts of first-degree murder. Law enforcement confirmed that his crimes were motivated by sexual sadism, though public accounts focused on facts suitable for documentation. He was sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences and remains in solitary confinement at El Dorado Correctional Facility for his own protection. Today, Lyn Rader is 80 years old. The BTK case remains one of the most notorious in American criminal history. It demonstrates how someone can live a normal life in plain sight while committing crimes that terrorize a community. His story is a chilling reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that vigilance and careful investigation are crucial in uncovering hidden threats. The BTK story is not only about the murders themselves but also about the psychological complexity of a man who led a double life. He presented himself as a devoted family man, a church volunteer, and a model citizen, while secretly committing calculated, violent crimes over decades. His life and capture highlight the importance of forensic investigation, attention to detail, and patience in law enforcement work. Rader's case continues to captivate and terrify, serving as a warning that evil can hide behind even the most ordinary facades. His life illustrates the danger of obsession, premeditation, and the duality of human behavior, how one person can maintain a seemingly ordinary life while committing acts that leave a lasting scar on an entire community. The story of BTK remains a powerful reminder of the thin line between normalcy and the darkness that can exist behind closed doors.